Hello Casual Clixers, welcome to Casual Clixin's Top 10 HeroClix series. This series aims to pick the top 10 HeroClix figures in each carded Marvel and DC Heroclix set, starting with the Marvel Avengers Heroclix set. Now there are two criteria that I use to pick the top 10 figures in each set, and the first criteria is that the character must fit in a 300-point team. That means that a character like Galactus unfortunately will not make this list. The second criteria is that the character must have a named keyword. So a character like Stardust, even though he's really good, will not make the list either. Before we begin the countdown, I'd like to give my honorable mentions to the Ultimates. Some of these characters would have made the top 10, but were ultimately left out because WizKids has only made one character with the Ultimates keyword since this set was released in 2007. Sorry Ultimates, maybe once they release more Ultimates figures, I can go back and change the top 10. So let's start the countdown and find out who made the top 10 in Marvel's HeroClix Avengers set. At number 10, we have Captain America's spunky sidekick, Bucky. Bucky barely made the list as his stats are a little outdated, but all things considered, he is the cheapest character with the Invaders keyword at 30 points, meaning that he can squeeze into several Invaders teams. His stealth can provide protection from dangerous snipers, and his defense can improve if he has someone like Namor or Captain America alongside him to give him a defense bump thanks to the Defender's team ability. His top dial willpower will also allow him to contribute to the team with Energy Explosion and Close Combat Expert. At number 9, we have the amazing archer HAWKEYE. This figure is purely a range fighter as he has energy shield deflection, and his sharpshooter special power gives him a +2 attack boost when making ranged attacks. Because this is a power action, it means that he can't use this with running shots, but his 8 range more than makes up for that. Once he's in position, he'll be shooting with an 11 attack for 3 damage. Not bad for a 56-point figure. Don't forget that he also has access to the Thunderbolt's additional team ability as well. Coming in at number 8 is the martial arts expert Shang-Chi. His wildcard team ability can grant him some versatility with the right teammate. Having access to the Marvel Knight's additional team ability to grant him stealth to help against long-range fighters makes him even more lethal, and his top dial super senses can help him stay on his top dial a little longer. His top 4 clicks can be pretty dangerous for a 58-point character, and willpower ensures that he can still contribute in his last 2 clicks. At number 7 is the felonious Citizen V. Thanks to his Thunderbolts keyword, it grants him access to their additional team ability to choose any team ability and use it for the match. The recent rule changes to leadership also give him a boost in playability as he can help pull tokens off some of the stronger Thunderbolts. He's no slouch when it comes to doing damage either, as he can potentially do 3 or more damage on each of his clicks. Coming in at number 6 is the gunslinging 2-gun kid. The transporter ability allows him to carry his Avengers teammates into battle and gives him the potential to move and attack if needed. His special power Fanfire allows him to make 2 range attacks against 2 separate targets. Sure, he only does 2 damage throughout most of his dial, but with a little perplex, he can become very scary to a lot of characters with his 2 attacks. Finally, his 6 range with energy shield deflection can grant him enough protection for him to do some damage with Fanfire. At number 5 is the mystical Scarlet Witch. Being worth only 35 points means that she can easily squeeze into a lot of Avengers and Brotherhood of Mutants teams. Add flight so she can taxi her teammates around, and with what is arguably one of the better powers in HeroClix in probability control, and she's a great deal for this point value. Her 8 range means that she doesn't need to get too close to danger, so she can continue to use probability control from a good distance, and her 3 clicks of barrier can also make things difficult for your opponents. At number 4, we have Wakanda's native son, Black Panther. With a full dial of Perplex and Outwit and some Blades, Claws, Fangs sprinkled in, means that he can be dangerous all throughout his dial. The Fantastic Four keyword with his wildcard team ability also gives him more versatility, especially now that the Fantastic Four are coming back in HeroClix form. Coming in at number 3 is the Silver Surfer, Sentinel of the Skyways. With almost a full dial of move and attack powers and 8 range, it will keep him moving across the battlefield at a safe distance from those that would be able to crack his 18 defense with invulnerability. Speaking of 18 defense, his defensive value is a welcome commodity in the Defenders as he can keep his teammates safe with his team ability, all while busting up enemy groupings with energy explosion throughout half of his dial. At number 2 is the wall-crawling Spider-Man. His 6 range with 2 targets give him attacking options, and coupled with his webbing special power, he can slow down 2 opposing characters at the same time, putting a stop to your opponent's plans. Super strength gives him boosts in damage, and evasion throughout most of his dial means that he can potentially avoid some hits to continue being a nuisance. His Avengers keyword will grant him access to one of the bigger pools of characters in HeroClix, so he'll have plenty of support to make him worth his points. Finally, Casual Clixin's #1 pick from the Avengers set is the Deadly Winter Soldier. Thanks to his relatively low point cost at 70 points and access to the shield keyword, it means he'll fit into a lot of shield teams with the right kind of support. As if his 3 damage with range combat expert wasn't lethal enough, his shield teammates can increase his already amazing 10 range and potentially increase his damage too. Top dial stealth should keep him safe long enough for him to be able to do some real damage, and transitioning into running shot with willpower is not a bad trade-off either. That's if you decide to push him off of that lethal first click. So there you have it, Casual Clixin's top 10 HeroClix from Marvel's Avengers set. I'd be curious to see your top 10 list, so leave a comment below with your personal top 10. You can also find a link to my website in the description below so you can check out some more of my original HeroClix content. You'll also find the links in my description to my Twitter and Instagram pages so you can stay up to date with Casual Clixin. Finally, don't forget to like and subscribe so you get notified of the next top 10 video as we select the top 10 figures in DC's Justice League set. Thank you so much for watching.